Hello my dears and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lisbeth, aka I'm a mushroom for all of you who are new to my channel. I'm a published author here in America and I make manga and artwork and all that good stuff for a living. So I made this channel to kind of like give you guys tutorials and videos and all that good stuff to make your artistic journey towards reaching your dreams a little bit less paved in tears than mine was. Because girl, I needed help. So I'm hoping that I could be that help for you guys. So today's video is going to be very, very special because, wait, why are you guys all looking at me like that? What are you guys talking about that I've been gone for what seems like over a year? But in all seriousness, guys, I did take a very, very, very long break from YouTube and from social media. But if you're following me on Instagram and now TikTok, you know that I've been slowly getting back into creating artwork again and all that good stuff. I really had to focus on my health for a while. Please don't worry about me. I'm feeling super good. I feel like myself. I'm feeling healthy. I'm fully medicated. So I'm ready, 100% ready to get back to what I love to do. My husband had given me wonderful advice. He was like, boo-boo, baby, mama mushroom, look, you have so much artwork. You should work on an art book, something to keep you focused and did some of you notice that I said husband? You know, a lot of good things happened while I was away too. Like your girl got married, bro. Ow, ow, ow. So yes, I married my high school sweetheart, aka my bad bitch, my ride or die BFF. So those of you that follow me on Instagram have already seen the wedding photos and everything, but if you haven't, please check them out on my personal Instagram, Mika Leaks. Back to that. So my husband gave me that fantastic idea and I decided I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get back to my art. I'm gonna create an art book and it's going to be something that I can be really, really proud of. And I'm so happy with it. I want to do something special to celebrate. So I wanted to create this video for you guys, my art book. We'll talk more about it in a little bit, but I thought, because my husband was like, you need to create some like draw with me, color with me tutorial. Just let them see the process. Let them enjoy it. You have an art channel. Show them art. Just do it. That was his advice. And I took it. Let's celebrate paying attention to our health. Let's celebrate just being artists. And let's celebrate the mushroom family being reunited. I'm so excited. You guys don't understand. I'm so excited and so happy to be back, guys. Mama Mushroom loves you. I missed all of you. So sorry for the long intro. You click that little timestamp. You're here for the tutorial. So let's begin. So for today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you guys step by step the drawing, the inking, what I use, how I color, how I pick the colors, how I blend, and most importantly, how I correct my massive, destructive mistakes when they happen. Because girl, they happen. But like my dad used to tell me when I was little, a real artist can take their mistakes and make them look like they wanted them to be there all along. And I ran with that ever since. So guys, that's what we're gonna do step by step, how to draw, ink, and color the traditional way. So without further ado, let's get started. So step one, picking the right paper for your supplies. So I work a lot with markers and with some paint and all that good stuff. So I prefer a paper like Bristol paper. So Strathmore is my favorite, okay? My absolute favorite. The paper's super smooth. It's nice and thicky because you know we like thick up on this channel. She thick with 3 C's. She treats me so good. Oh my goodness. But I work in multiple sizes. We have this little mini beach. We got the little medium-sized beach. And then we got the Big Daddy. Oh, look at that. But for today's drawing, I chose the 11 by 14 smooth Bristol. Only smooth because I want it to be real powdery, smoothie for the markers. I don't like textured paper all that much. Sorry. So once you've got the right paper for your supplies, let's get sketching. So the type of pencils that I like to use, my favorite size is a 0.5. I start sketching everything out, just figuring out what I want the composition to be. And wholeheartedly, one of the best things that you can do while drawing is trying to have a clear idea of what it is that you want to draw. My next step is usually just cleaning up the sketch. So every artist works very differently. So the way that I like to clean up my sketch is I go in with my kneaded eraser, I make it nice and pointy, and I go in and I start carving out the lines that I want to ink. The next step is inking. So when I ink, I love to use the Copic liners and the Micron pigment liners. I don't just ink in black. I prefer to ink each area with a different color. So if, let's say, someone is blonde, I'm probably gonna ink out their hair with like gray or with like a light brown. If they have blue hair, I'm gonna ink their hair with blue. If they have green hair, I'll ink it out with green, and so on and so forth. So for a lot of the characters from my series, I tend to use sepia for their skin. I just think it looks so nice and warm and natural when I go in with all the browns and peaches and pinks, so it looks really, really nice. I do have some characters that are super, super pale, so I will use a warm gray. So it's not like a bluish gray, it's a little gray with a little touch of brown to it. I'll show you. It works super well for super, super light skin. It looks so nice and so natural. For little parts of the hair that I want more of the lines and details to stand out more, I will go in with a little bit of black just to make little areas pop a bit more. Well, the thicknesses that I like to use are the 005, which is super, super thin, and a 01. I typically don't ink with anything thicker than that. So those are my two absolute favorites right there. So the next part is probably the hardest part for some of you. Once you're done inking, do not erase your pencil lines right away. You need to leave it alone. Let it air dry and cure. If you go in and start like erasing the pencil right away, it's gonna smudge, it's gonna smear, and you're gonna cry. You gotta let it air dry. I typically like to leave my line arts alone and let them dry and cure overnight. I'm 8 hours sleep. That drawing is drying the whole time, okay? Let it dry and cure, then erase it. Because sometimes it looks dry. It won't smudge when you touch it with your finger. But then you go in with the friction from the eraser, or you go in with your marker, I'm telling you, it's gonna smudge, it's gonna smear, and then you're not gonna like it. So let it air dry overnight, okay? Then the next day you go in with your nice clean eraser. Please don't touch the rubber and make it all gunky. Go in with a nice fresh eraser. Go in little by little, erasing all your pencils. And if you're too afraid to color directly on the original, pro tip, make a photocopy of your artwork before you color it. Because sometimes you want to experiment. Sometimes the line art is too precious and you really don't want to mess up. So make a nice photocopy of your drawing and color the copy. So sometimes, depending on your printer, it can actually print on Bristol, or you can just get like a slightly thicker computer paper and color that. It's really up to you and what you're comfortable with, but honestly, this is a life hack that legitimately has saved me a ton of times. But for today's drawing, I went straight in and colored the original, but I always scan my line arts before I color, because there's always a chance I might mess up, or I'm just honestly really connected to the line art. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna miss it. Once it's colored, the line art's gone. So I like to scan them. so I can look at them later. Now, it is time to actually color your piece. I have some artist life hacks and tips for you. When you are picking out colors to blend together, try to pick a light, medium, and dark color to blend together. So if, let's say, you're coloring brown hair, maybe you'll have a light brown, a medium brown, and the darkest color brown. The dark color brown obviously will be the brown that you would use for all the darkest areas and the shadows. So typically when I'm coloring with markers, I usually always apply the lightest color first. It helps me really map out where I want all the shadows to be. This is my time to really make sure that I understand where the light source is, and so on and so forth. So here I am just mapping out where all of his shadows are going to be. You see me adding a little color to his top lip, the side of his face that's furthest from the light source, and all that good stuff. Remember, markers are what we call a wet medium. They're not like color pencils, which are a dry medium. They're wet, which means they blend the best when they are still wet. So if you apply some color onto the paper and it's already drying up on the paper, and then you go in with a darker color, it's not gonna blend in. It's gonna look a lot sharper. It's gonna be really streaky, and sometimes that's what you want. So you are gonna notice that in some areas of my drawing, I do wait for the base color, the lightest color, to dry, and then I go in with the shadow, because I want it to have more of a sharp and like blocky look. However, when I want it to be really powdery and smooth and for it to really blend out, I will go in with the darker colors while the light color on my paper is still wet. So wet ink on the paper, you apply wet ink on top of that, it'll blend out really, really smoothly. However, dry ink on the paper and then you go in and add some wet ink on top, you'll get a sharper shadow. You see that? So the shadow along the side of his hair, the shadow cast by his cigarette, a little bit of the shadow under his nose, all those areas are areas where I applied wet ink on top of the dry color on the paper for that nice sharp look. And you'll notice that I actually went over some areas a second and third time with the lightest color to really make it soft and blend it out a little bit more. And once it's all dry, I will go in with a dark color again, once again to create some little sharp pops of shadow. And when using this technique, you might notice that maybe it's not blending out as much as you'd like it to. I know you still want that blocky look, but maybe you want it to blend out just a little bit more. You can go in with your medium color and just kind of blend it out. Oh my goodness, look at Mochi. He can never leave me alone while I'm working, this poor boy. And of course, like always, he just has to sit behind my butt. That's where he loves to be. He always has to sit behind me in my chair. He's so precious. He's literally my little buddy. So here you are, you're seeing my drawings. I went in with a gray as well to really give like a different little pop of color so that it wasn't all just browns and peaches. I did want it to have a little bit of a cool color. Oh, what's the matter? Oh, I just gotta go walk my little boy, my Mochi, my little chihuahua. So it's a perfect time for a puppy break. And let someone tell me my 13-year-old dog is not a puppy because we're gonna fight. Okay, he's an eternal baby. So, so enjoy the really quick puppy break. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. You wanna go outside? You wanna go outside? Come on, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. You ready to go outside? Come on, let's go.
It's raining for the third day in a row. Mommy's happy because she gets to see me in my little raincoat. But this weather makes me feel like this.
So once I was done coloring them, I had this idea, a really fun little idea. So you know how on Instagram you can post up multiple images, like different slides, and you can just kind of like swipe to the next image? I thought it would be so much fun if I drew them full body to show off their outfits and to kind of show off their community. And I kind of messed up on this face, but it's okay. We're gonna fix it when I ink it later on. But I thought it would be so cute if I did this like 2-slide spread of them full body showing off their outfits, but also showing off the marketplace in the sanctuary where they live, just to kind of show like the environment that's in my manga series. I thought maybe I can challenge myself a little bit and ink and color these additional drawings digitally. I'm not a digital artist, so please forgive my very amateur skills. But it was super fun. I was drawing some of the different beings and creatures that are in my sanctuary, blurred them out digitally, you know, which was so much fun. Oh my god, it was so much fun. Next, I'm gonna go in and color their clothes. I really wanted to have a nice, smooth, consistent, solid look to this red hoodie here. So, pro tip, if you want that smooth, solid look, try to color in a circular motion. It really helps to blend everything out in a nice, consistent way. So what I do first is I kind of outline everywhere so that I don't accidentally color outside the lines, and then I go in and I color in a circular motion. You see that? You see how it kind of blends super nice and real solid like? So that's what you want. And you see that? Oh girl, look at that solid red goodness. Oh, oh, just looking at it makes me think of cherry candy. Am I the only one? Ludens? Anybody else? All right, just me? Okay, I see how it is. But yeah, it's a very useful technique. Circular motions. If you color in a zigzag way, you are gonna get streaking. So here I am coloring in the hair. So when it comes to the hair, you don't really have to worry about streaking and all of that, because that actually kind of works in your benefit. I like to color in the direction that the hair is falling or in the direction that the hair is brushed. So you see how I'm coloring in the direction that the hair flows? No zigzag motion, just little lines all going in one direction. Sometimes I'll color in the shadows first and then go in with lighter colors. Sometimes I'll go in with the light colors first and then add in the shadows, or do a little bit of both. It's really up to you and what works best for your hands. And here I am, I kind of colored outside the lines and got some gray and whatnot in his teeth. So I went in with a blender marker to erase the colors that I did not want to be, you know, outside of the lines. So if you kind of notice, there's little bits of yellow from her blonde hair that came out the lines and all. Went in with a blender marker and it kind of erases it. So here we are, let's see what we've got so far. Oh, look at that, we got some skin and hair. So far, so good. I hope a disaster doesn't happen. Oh. And of course on Instagram, I would just give you guys little teasers here and there because I was just so hyped about this piece. I was having so much fun, and it was like the first real piece from my series that I had done in a long time. So, let me tell you what happened. So what happened was, remember how I mentioned earlier in this video that I'm going to teach you how to fix your massive mistakes because they happen sometimes and they happen to me? So I decided I wanted to make Skylar's coat, jacket, furry thing pink. Pink is his favorite color. If you read my series, you might already know that. If you know him, you know. But so my marker died, and so I went to go borrow some of my husband's markers. He typically uses Prismacolor markers as well, so I'm going through his markers, I'm going through them, I'm swatching them, they look cute, But something about using them, like actually using them, they looked neon, like 1980s pink. I don't know how to describe it. It was fluorescent. I tried to save it. I tried to go in with other colors. Girl, it was so bad. And I was just like, this is not happening. Hamana. The ancestors, send me your prayers, your energy. OMG, carajo, what is going on? Dios mío. Oh, Jesucristo, por favor. Like, it was a lot, girl. It was a lot. It was a lot. And I was just trying to stay real zen about it. I was like, you know what? You know who's always got my back? Paint. We're going in with paint. So I went in with gouache, okay? Gouache, she's my home girl. Always got my back, ride or die, every day, all day, girl. So I went in and I custom mixed some gouache paint to actually get the pink that I was trying to get from the get-go, okay? Girl, markers are trying to kill me for no reason. So, but I was able to save it. I stood calm, okay, stood grounded, so I remained zen, and I made a game plan. I was like, we're gonna go in with paint. And gouache, she always got my back, girl. So that's what I did. So gouache is basically a type of acrylic paint, kind of, but it's custom made for illustrators. So it's made to be used on paper. So you don't get that weird curling, it doesn't crack, and it also dries completely matte. So when you scan it, there's no like little shiny bits to it. So here it is, the coat that tried to ruin my life, girl. So I painted it pink, that custom color pink that I created, and then I went in with some diluted white gouache, and I went in and I began to do some little cross hatching and little parallel lines to create that beautiful little hatching effect. I'm a really big fan of that kind of texture. I just love what it looks like. Oh, here we go. I also painted in the white fur collar. So all the little strandies you see on the fur collar, that's all paint as well. So here we are, you can see all that blocky shading. We have smooth, buttery, smooth shading as well. It's just a nice mixture to really express the big deep folds and all that good stuff. And here we are on Instagram. So there's the little post, and this is what I was talking about. So you do the little slide, you see the full image, and then you see them here in their little community, in the marketplace, and then you do a little slide, and you see the rest of it. Oh my gosh, I just really love what that looks like. And here's the finished piece so that you guys can take a little look and see its size compared to me. It's not super huge, but I guess it is kind of a little big, right? But I had so much fun with this, guys. And of course, this piece is gonna be featured in my art book, which is available right now for pre-order. We're gonna start shipping August 28th. So guys, so there's the little selfie moment. And then the marketplace image, I have it as a little 2-page spread. I'm so excited that this art book is finally out. I've been working on this book for months now. It's a little hard cover book. It's a matte cover. It's like powdery. Oh my gosh. It's been a journey, guys. I've been gone for way too long. I'm so glad to be back, and I hope you guys really enjoyed my return to YouTube. So that's it, guys. I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy the video and you found it useful, please give it a big thumbs up and share it with your artist friends, because hopefully they'll also find it useful. And don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up and leave a comment down there. to let the algorithm know that you found it useful. That way they can recommend my video to more artists like you who might actually really enjoy this video. If you made it this far, please leave me a rainbow and mushroom in the comments down there below to celebrate the return of the mushroom family. Oh my goodness, I had so much fun and I hope you guys had so much fun too. Do you use any of these techniques? Do you have any advice to share with me or any of the people who are watching this video? And what other videos would you like me to make next? Leave all of that in the comments down there below. And please take care, God bless, and do not be afraid to nerd out. Take care guys and see you next Thursday. Oh, you're so sweet. You're so sweet. Give me that face. I'm back, Beach. Can't get rid of me now. But I did want to thank you guys real quick for sticking by me and following me on Instagram and, you know, checking in on me and not giving up on me and being really patient while I focused on my health and everything. And for all of you that just really supported all of my projects over the past couple years, such as the Mama Mushroom holiday box and my how to draw manga books and my mangas and all of that. And honestly, those projects were very, very special to me. I really felt connected to my YouTube babies and my mushroom family. It was just super great. And a big thank you to everyone who ordered manga style portraits from me. At the time, those were the first things I had drawn in months. You know, because of everything I was going through, focusing on my health and everything, I just could not get myself to draw. But drawing all of your beautiful faces and drawing the portraits and everything, oh my gosh, that was so much freaking fun. All your messages, I felt so connected to you guys and I really began to feel like my old self again. So thank you guys, bless all of you. Mwah! I love you guys so much.